Welcome to the Open Shop Pink Couch. And we've never really had the opportunity to explore St. Vincent and Grenadines, so I'm very happy to have you here. I understand your numbers are moving in the right direction, which is up in terms of arrivals from Canada. Why is that?
I think partly because we opened our first international airport 2 years ago. So now we have direct flights with Air Canada Rouge into St. Vincent The Grenadines, 2 during the winter season and 1 for the rest of the year. Initially, really what we would like to get it to would probably be 3 flights during the winter season and 2 during the rest of the year. So access, which was always an issue for St. Vincent The Grenadines, has been addressed.
Which is fantastic because without lift, you're nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You
so,
need the lift.
Air Canada leaves approximately 8:15 in the morning.
Good flight.
And arrives at approximately 1:30, so about 5 hours and 10 minutes flying time. So we usually say, have breakfast in Toronto and lunch in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Does the trade, do travel advisors sell the product? Who is selling it?
Yeah.
And who's filling the plane?
Well, I think it's a mixture between the diaspora Vincentians who live in Canada and the leisure traveler, Air Canada Vacations. We work with them very closely and they sell it quite well. And the leisure traveler, I think also Toronto is kind of used as a hub for people to go to other places, whether it's to Europe or obviously over to Vancouver and those sort of places. So.
But what I want to understand is the penetration with the trade, because it's a different kind of destination, right, than what they're used to selling.
It is.
And how is the awareness out in the marketplace?
Well, I think because we've addressed the issue of access, you're seeing our presence a lot more in Canada now. Doing a lot of things. We do a lot of the shows, advertising. We just brought on Vox International as our PR company, and they've been doing a tremendous job for us. We have Shelley, who's head of our sales in the Canadian market, who's really been doing a great job in terms of going out there and making sure that the trade do know about us, training to make sure people understand what the product is that is St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I understand that one of your objectives of the islands is to make sure that you are not one of the victims of over-tourism, which really can take a beautiful product and change it quite a bit from an ecological perspective to just the experience of having that beautiful beach, not to yourself obviously, but not having it be overcrowded. How do you balance the objective of wanting to have better numbers and increase in arrivals and not ruining the beautiful, pristine product?
Well, I mean, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we're late on the tourism market compared to our competition in the Caribbean, and comes with its positives and negatives. In marketing, as you know, it's always best to be first on the scene with your product, whether it's great or not. So they've been first. But we look at it that we learn from their mistakes, make sure we don't make the same mistakes. Also, presently, we're approximately 2,200 rooms.
Okay.
2,200 rooms. If we can get it to between 3,500 and 4,000 rooms and stop there, I think that would suit St. Vincent and the Grenadines perfectly. I don't want Canadians to come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and when they look around, they're seeing so many visitors, they feel as if they haven't left Canada.
Yeah.
Right? It's about the experience.
Yes.
Technology has obviously changed the way we look at things and the way we do things. The experience of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is all about bragging rights to your family. I have been here and you have not. So our ideal situation is that Air Canada Rouge will have a lineup for people wanting to go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You have to be put on a waiting list.
That would be optimum. No question. Now, before I let you go, Glen, I have to ask you a really stupid question, which probably other people ask. Grenadines and Grenadine.
Grenadines and Grenadines.
The red syrup.
Nothing to do with each other.
It's
a stupid question. A lot of people ask.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
But I'll put it this way. The Grenadines are just as sweet as Grenadine.
Oh, well said. Very well said. Thanks for coming in and telling us about it.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.